In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Quick Links group in the Publish tab of the Timesavers add-in. The Quick Links group is there to help you to quickly and easily add links to slides in your presentation. You can do this by tagging shapes and then selecting the slides that you want to link to and clicking on the link button, and it will automatically link those slides to the shapes that you've tagged. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you first, there are a few options when you're tagging shapes. You can choose to either just tag the shapes you've selected, or you can choose to tag the shapes that match on all the slides. So if I have selected these 4 shapes over here, and I have this not selected over there, and I just click on this button over here, then those 4 shapes will be tagged, and I can check what shapes are tagged by clicking on this button, check links over here. This will check for tagged shapes. It will also check for existing links. So if I click on here, you can see that these 4 shapes have been tagged. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and then any shape that has an existing link will also you'll be able to see the links on that shape as well. Okay, so that the check links button allows you to see what is going on with your links and your tags on in your presentation. Okay, so let me just quickly remove those tags. If I don't have any shapes selected, when I click on this remove tags button, it will remove all the tags from the whole presentation. Okay, but if I do have shapes selected, it will only remove the tags from the selected shapes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these again, but now this time I'm going to choose to tag on all slides. And so it will now take the shapes that I have selected, and it will look through every single slide in my presentation and see if there are matching shapes, and it will tag all the slides, all the shapes that are matching the ones that I've selected on all slides. So now I'm going to click on here, and you can see now that these ones have been tagged, but if I go to the next slide which has matching shapes, those are also tagged and they continue with the numbering. Also, what I can do is if I have tagged shapes like this over here, so I'm going to deselect that quickly. So if I've tagged these, so these are tags, wait, let me go to this slide quickly. If I have tagged these ones, okay, so these are tags 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now if I go and carry on over here, then they will continue on from what was already tagged. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6. Okay, so that is something I can do as well. Like I said, you can also remove tags by clicking on this button. If you want to remove specific tags, you can click on the shape that you want to remove the tag for, and you can just click on that. Now you'll see when I do that, this doesn't change, but it doesn't matter. It will just continue numbering. If I now go and do this, and I add tags, it will carry on from 6, 7, 8. But when it's adding the links, it doesn't matter. It will just skip over the number 5. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the fact that there's a missing number 5. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now now that I've tagged my shapes, let me just quickly go though, and actually I'm going to remove all of those tags, and I want to start fresh. Remove all the tags, there we go, and I'm going to select all of those, and I'm going to tag on both slides, and I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I've got all of these tagged like this. Okay, and I still have this link checker on at the moment so that I can see what's going on. Now that I've got my shapes tagged that I want to add links to, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell the add-in what slides I want to link to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and select the slides that I want to link to. So I want the first tag, the first shape, to be linked to that slide. I want the second one to be linked to this slide. The third one must be linked to that slide. The fourth one can be linked to this one. The fifth one to this one. And the sixth one to that one. Okay, now just like when you're working with this over here, you have the option of having a repeated sequence. A similar option is available to you in this over here. You can also choose to repeat the sequence if you want to. Okay, so over here, I can choose to repeat the sequence. In other words, if I haven't, so I have got 8 shapes that have been tagged, but I haven't selected 8 slides. I've selected fewer slides than that. So if I choose to repeat the sequence, it will link to all of the slides that I have selected, and then it will start again from the first slide that I selected. Okay, so I'm not going to select that for now. I'm just going to link the slides for now. So I'm going to click on this button, and it's now going to go and apply the links that I have chosen. So now it's telling me that these are linked. So this one is linked to slide 4, which was the first one I selected. This one is linked to slide 6, that was the second one I selected. This one is linked to slide 7. This one is linked to slide 9. This is still linked to Google. Okay, it was already there. This one is linked to slide 10. This one is linked to slide 11. And then these two are still tagged. Okay, they haven't been given any links because I didn't choose to make it continue, and I didn't select enough slides to tag or to link these ones as well. Okay, so now if I wanted to, I could still click on these, and I could click on that, and then those will now be linked to the slides that I just selected. Okay, what I can also do, once I've added links like this, if I want to remove links, I can just go and select any shapes that I want to remove the links for, and I can go and click on that, and it will remove the links from any shapes that I have selected. You can't just remove the links for the whole presentation like you can remove the tags for the whole presentation. I didn't make that possible because I don't want you to accidentally remove links that you don't want to actually remove. So you can remove the links on all slides if you want. So if I have this one selected and I know that I want to remove that link as well, then I can go and I can have this selected, and then I can click on that, and all of the links for the matching shapes will be removed, but I won't have to worry about every single link being removed and then potentially losing links that I don't want to lose. Okay, so the remove links button is there for you to remove any links that you decide you don't actually want anymore. The remove tags button allows you to remove tags that you've added if you decide you don't want those tags anymore before you go and add the links. Okay, then over here, as I said, you can have the repeat sequence. So let me just undo quickly and go back to that. Okay, so now if I choose to have the sequence repeated, then these slides are selected again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and click on here, but this time it's the sequence is going to be repeated. So I'm going to click on there, and now you can see that all of them have been linked. So this is 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, and then it goes back to 4 and 6 again. It's repeating that pattern, repeating the sequence from the beginning, from the first slide that I selected. Okay, so that is what that is for over there. Okay, then the other one over here that is linked to sections. Now, if you have got sections in your presentation, like over here, I've got section 1, section 2, section 3. Now, you may well have sections if you've used the contents page tool in the add-in to create a contents page. You very possibly already have sections in your presentation, and you may want to link to the beginning of each section, like I was doing over here, but not have to go and select all of the slides that you want to link to. What you can do is, if you've got sections, then what you can do is, instead of having to select all of the slides, if you're just wanting to link to the first slide in each section, then you can use this button over here. What it's going to do is, if you haven't selected an actual slide, it will start linking from the section that follows the first tagged shape, the first slide that contains a tagged shape. So in this case, slide number 1 contains a tagged shape. It is the first slide in the presentation that contains a tagged shape. So the section following this section is where my links are going to start. It will start at the beginning of this section over here. If I want to start from a particular section, so if I didn't want to start at this section, if I wanted to start at this section, then you just need to make sure you choose or you select a slide in that section, and then the add-in will know to start linking from the slides in that section. It will only go from that section to the end of the presentation. It won't do any of the sections before that. Okay, and it will link to the sections in chronological order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let it, I haven't selected any slides, I'm just going to let it do the automatic thing for now. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on link to sections. Now you can see also I didn't have repeat sequence selected, so only these ones have been done because I've got section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. I only have 4 sections in my presentation that is linking to. It's not linking to the first section because I let it do it automatically. If I wanted to link to the first section, then what I'll do is I will select a slide in that section, and then I will go and click on this button again, and it will start with the first slide of the section that I selected a slide in. Okay, so I selected a slide in this first section, so it links to the first slide in this section, and then it goes through the presentation from this section onwards. So that's slide 1, slide 4, slide 7, slide 9, and then over here slide 10, and then I chose not to repeat the sequence. However, if I had chosen to repeat the sequence, then I would have over here that selected, and now if I have this slide selected again, then I can go over here and I can click on link to sections, and now we'll start again from slide 1, and then 4, 7, 9, and then I can go to the next slide and it goes to 10, and then it starts with slide 1 again, 4, 7. Okay, so it's linking automatically to the first slide. So here slide 1 is the first slide in that section. Slide 4 is the first slide in that section. Slide 7 is the first slide in that section. Slide 9 is the first slide in this section over here. And slide 10 is the first slide in the last section. And then we go back to the beginning again. So it will always go from whatever section it starts at through to the end of the presentation. And then if you choose to repeat the sequence, it will go back to the section it started at, and it will continue going through to the end of the presentation again, through all the sections. Okay, and that is how you use the link to sections. Okay, so if you're wanting to tag shapes that you're going to add links to, you use this option over here. You can choose to add your tags more quickly by choosing to have the all slides option selected, and then it will add tags to all the matching shapes on all the slides, the shapes that are matching the shapes you have selected at the time. Okay, this button over here allows you to see what is happening, what links already exist in your presentation for all the different shapes. It also allows you to see if there are any shapes that have been tagged. Also, if you have a shape that is already linked, you can still go and add a tag to it, and then you can see it changes over here. It tells you what the tag is, and it also tells you what the current link is. Okay, so you can do that as well, and you can see that more easily. Anytime that it has a tag, it will be a red block. Anytime that it has a link, it will be a blue block, unless it has a tag as well as a link, then it will still be red. Okay. Then over here you can remove all the tags like that, or you can remove the tags from selected shapes. So if I want to remove the tag only from that shape, then I will go over here, make sure that that's not selected, and I will remove the tag from that shape. And then you can see that that has been removed, but this one is still there. And then I can also remove links as well very quickly. You can remove links from multiple shapes at a time like this. Okay, so now those do not have links, and because all slides is selected, the matching shapes on the slide also no longer have links. Okay, so you can remove links quickly and easily like that. Just be careful when you're using that button, you don't remove links that you don't want to remove. And then over here you can link to the slides that you have selected, or you can link to the first slide in each section from a particular section, or you can also choose to repeat the sequence of the links. Okay, and that's how you use the quick links group in the publish group of the Time Savers add-in. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you. Goodbye.